Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody to our Tuesday Hot Jobs with HireMilitary. It's great to be back. I missed you all last week, but I was in sunny Italy where I was having a really lovely time. If this is your first time with us, welcome. So great to see you. If you are one of our OGs, it's amazing to have you back. Really, really good to see you as well. What we would love today is to hear from you, who you are, where you are currently situated, and whether you're looking for a SkillBridge internship or a direct hire position. Also, what we would really love to know is, are you having any challenges or obstacles with your permanent recruitment or SkillBridge internship search and process at the moment? If so, throw them in the chat, let us know, and we will do our utmost to talk through those questions at the end of this and give you some answers. If we don't get the opportunity on this live today, we will definitely follow up afterwards with some chat and give you some answers actually in the comments. If you are unaware, LinkedIn doesn't like to play with us anymore. So during this live, we are unable to drop any hyperlinks or URLs. But if there is a role that you're specifically interested in, when we talk them through, we will come back after the live has ended and give you that link so that you can go in and take a look. Robin, hi. Susan, hi. Ethan, Albert, Lincoln, Sean. So great to see you today. If this is your first time with us, you may not have experience or you may not know what we do here. So we talk through essentially our newest SkillBridge internship opportunities. We talk through our permanent positions that we have at the moment. And then we spend a few minutes at the end just answering any of your questions or telling you a little bit about what we think you need to know from a recruiter's perspective. Everything we share is from our professional experience, knowing what we know about transitioning military, mil spouses, and veterans. And that is the population that we serve. It's for all three. So it's not just for the transitioning service member. It's not just for the veteran. And we are definitely here for the military spouse as well. Clifford, hi. Anthony, hi. Courtney, so lovely to see you. Jimmy, hey. Ebony, really, really great. So if you're not familiar with me, I'm Lucy. I head up the talent acquisition team here at HireMilitary. I am a current active duty military spouse, and we are stationed at Eielson Air Force Base, which is in the middle of nowhere, Alaska, and it most definitely is fall into winter. We are not on summertime anymore. I would love to introduce you to my team now. Over to you, Amber.
Hey, Lucy, I'm so happy to be here. I'm glad you are here with us today, too. We missed you last week, and I'm very glad you had a good time in Italy. My name's Amber. I'm on the recruiting team, Air Force veteran, military spouse now, located in San Antonio. So quick shout out. I saw Clifford in the chat. I see Roberto in the chat. Very happy to see some familiar names. Matt, I'm going to send it over to you.
All right, thanks, Amber. I'm Matt, Marine Corps veteran, permanently stationed in East Tennessee and Johnson City, where I chose to settle down after I retired. I've been here about a year and a half. It's great to be here, share some more jobs with everyone. If you have questions, please put them in the chat. We'll be happy to answer. Audrey, I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate that. So good to see everybody. Tyler, William, it's good to see all y'all. So I am 22-year retired veteran over Barksdale. That's the Shreveport area for those of you that don't know. I am a recruiter, however, on the SkillBridge side. So all of those looking for SkillBridge, please put something in the chat. You can tag me or you can hit me up directly. All right, Lucy, back to you.
Thank you so much. And before I bat it straight back to you, Audrey, oh my gosh, we've got somebody from Fargo, North Dakota, Justin, in the house. I lived in Minot, North Dakota for a couple of years, so I'm very familiar with that area. Before we get going, as we share the roles today, like I said, we can't put the links in the comments. So if you are interested in anything that we talk about, please just jot the role. Don't say this one, because if we go back afterwards, we're not sure what this one is. Give us, a quick synopsis of what that one is, and then we will be able to share further information with you afterwards. We also talk a little bit regularly about targeting your application. So just be aware of that. If you do see a role that you are really interested in and you want to apply through us and our website, either on the SkillBridge internship side or on the direct hire side, definitely do take a look at your resume before you submit it to us. Ensure that everything that we are asking for in terms of certifications or experience is absolutely 100% crystal clear and demonstrated in your resume. If you're not sure what targeting actually means, you can do one of two things. You can go back to some of our videos on our HireMilitary page, on this LinkedIn page here, and take a look at some of our past articles. Or if you just do a quick Google targeting your resume, it will give you a really good idea of how to do that. If you're not familiar with our website, it is www.hiremilitary.us. Both our internships and our direct hire opportunities are on there. And I think it's really key to say, we share a highlight reel with you today. So we share probably 3 or 4 on both sides of our newest roles, but we have over 100 other opportunities on both the SkillBridge internship side and the direct hire side as well. So don't just switch off after you've heard this and think, oh, they've got nothing for me. I really encourage you to go to our website and take a look. And if you're not familiar, we update our roles on a daily basis, if not every other day basis. So there's always something new on there. So bookmark it, take a look back. I will also be talking to you a little bit later after Audra and Amber and Matt have shared their positions about our talent pool and our talent pipeline. So stick around for that, because that will talk about how we can communicate with you when you haven't already applied to a role to us. It's really capturing your experience, capturing your resume, and how we know you're available and out there looking for a role. So let's get going. Audrey, I'm going to hand over to you. What do you got?
Thank you, Lucy. So I have a couple things, and just to be totally honest, so just got out of a meeting before we got in here, and I have something new for everybody. But before I get into that, some of you might not be familiar with SkillBridge. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. So for HireMilitary, we provide DoD SkillBridge program internship opportunities. So what that is, this is for eligible transitioning service members during the last 6 months of their service. Now that's calculated by their ETS or EAS date. Now our internships typically range about 90 to 120 days, and mainly based on your performance, and definitely some other factors that tie into it, is a very high probability of full-time work right after the SkillBridge. So the meeting I got out of just before this was Waypoint Contracting. Now, Waypoint Contracting is a fast-growing woman-owned small business that is based out of Miami, Florida. That's that sunshine life of beaches, you know all about it. So their focus is mainly being Florida's most dependable construction manager and general contractor. They pride themselves in creating a win-win solution for all aspects and all projects, and being completely transparent, as well as being a beacon of safety. So they're looking for project manager and assistant project manager in Doral and Naples, Florida. So for the project manager and assistant project manager, pretty much you're going to be managing construction projects and that originate in phase and also all the way to completion. So from the start all the way to the end, that's what you're going to be managing, right? So that's also including planning, coordinating, managing workflow processes, collaborating with customers, so forth and so on. Now, general duties for that are pretty much going to be visiting different project work sites, making sure that you clarify the scope of work, preparing cost estimates and proposals, as well as acquiring and managing all the building permits and other regulatory prerequisites. Also, some qualifications for that. It's a bachelor's degree in engineering or construction management, 4 to 7 years of experience with commercial and industrial general contractor, and 3 years of experience with government contracting is preferred. But one thing I will tell you before I go on to the next one is they're really looking for somebody that has experience. So if you have the slightest bit of experience in construction, please leave me a message, contact me directly, DMs, PMs, you name it. Just get a hold of me. And if you're interested in this job, I can work something for you. Now, the next one is the superintendent. This is also in the other 2 spaces. But what you'll be doing is pretty much working under the assistant project manager, and you'll be managing the day-to-day field operations, taking task orders and institutional and or commercial construction projects. You're going to need to have good working knowledge of construction means and methods associated with renovation and construction, of course. Some of the general duties for that is going to be creating short interval work ahead project schedules that make sure that upcoming events and upcoming projects are communicated and tracked and being proactively attended to. Some of the qualifications for that are pretty much the same as before. You're going to need an associate's degree instead of the bachelor's degree in engineering and construction management, as well as probably 4 to 7 years experience with commercial and industrial general contractor. And then that 3 years of experience in government contracting is preferred. Now, I'm pushing this out here right now because we just got out the meeting. So they're not up on our site just yet, but they will be later on this week. Always, we have new things coming out every day. So please remember, HireMilitary.us and leave those messages in the chat, or like I said, contact me directly. All right. Back over to you, Lucy.
You're a star. Thank you, Audrey. And I think it's really fair to say, coming out of that meeting with you, that yes, they do have requirements on the certifications and experience, but that wasn't a deal breaker for them, was it, Audrey?
It definitely was not.
They're looking for the personality. They're just looking for the right attitude, aptitude, and temperament. So if you don't fulfill all of those, check all of those boxes when it comes to the experience, still, and you're interested, still do apply, because it really is more about the personality and the motivation rather than anything else. Everything else is really just cherry on top of the cake. Like Audrey said, if you are interested in anything that we are sharing today, do connect with us here on LinkedIn. I know that Brandy Walker and Krista are in the chat there, and they will be sharing our profiles on LinkedIn as well. So do connect with us so that we can have a chat with you in real time. Or, you know, if we are posting anything on our LinkedIn profiles, any of the new positions, you get to see those as we do those. So we've finished with SkillBridge right now. Let's talk about our permanent vacancies. Amber, what have you got?
Yes, Lucy, I have a couple roles I'd like to share today. But again, I know you've already mentioned, but we have several positions that are open. Currently 103, I think, so more than several. But if you don't hear something rather that you're interested in, do check out our website. If you have specific questions, connect with us on LinkedIn. The first position that I will be chatting about today is an IT staff product manager. This position could be in a couple locations: Louisville, Kentucky, Minneapolis, Phoenix, or out in San Jose. A little bit about our client. They are allegiance of companies that are committed to making spaces healthier and more sustainable. They improve the performance of the built environment, and they also work with mission critical facilities nationwide. So think classrooms, hospitals, that sort of thing. In this role, though, you will be responsible for building and leading their enterprise strategy and their capabilities roadmap. So you'll be a solution driver in their CRM system. Ideal candidate for this IT staff product manager should have extensive experience with the support and implementation of CRM. Think Salesforce, SAP, IFS, as well as a bachelor's degree. So if you're interested, please drop it in the chat. That's IT staff product manager. If you have specific questions, do reach out to me. The next one I have to share is with the same company, really booming company. They're ramping up their recruiting as they have some huge growth coming up. It's a senior staff infrastructure engineer. Locations for this one are Louisville, Kentucky, Minneapolis, or San Jose, California. In this role, you'll be responsible for planning, design, configuration, testing, and really the overall maintenance of their IT infrastructure. Qualifications include 10 years of overall experience with the enterprise network design and delivery, and some experience with Azure Cloud Computing. So that's the senior staff infrastructure engineer. I have one more to share. It's a remote role, so I know everybody's here for this. This is a training assistant, completely remote. Our client is a leading public sector management consulting firm. They partner with health, education, and human services nationwide. This is a temporary training assistant, and you'll be helping with the administrative functions for a large-scale training system. So think scheduling, releasing their calendar, registration, tracking, that sort of thing. Qualifications for this remote role include an associate's degree or higher, and between 1 and 3 years of experience. So if you're interested in any of these 3 positions that I've mentioned, connect with me, drop it in the chat so I know which one you're interested in. And if it wasn't something, maybe Matt has something fantastic to share. I'll send it over to you.
All right, thanks, Amber. Appreciate it. So yeah, I have 3 that I'm going to be sharing. So the first one is a controller. It's located in Boulder or Denver, Colorado. I'm sorry, for all the Broncos fans had to watch that last night. If you're a football fan, I'm a Seattle fan. Love Russ Wilson, but it felt good. I stayed up late watching it. It was a good one. Anyway, this is a remote or hybrid position. Okay, you need to be local to the Denver, Boulder, Colorado area. What they're looking for is somebody with a bachelor's degree in accounting, has 3 to 5 years experience in accounting. Must be a certified public accountant. Those are some deal breakers for someone looking to get into this. But the really cool part about this is the salary. So they're looking to be able to bring someone on for anywhere from 120 to 130,000 a year. So you're in a beautiful state with an okay football team, and you have a great opportunity for a really good job. So, if you're interested in that one, please go ahead and put controller. Specifically, the city is as well. It just kind of help us get an idea for the location you're looking for. The next one I have is a warehouse manager in Edina, Minnesota. So what you're responsible for is maintaining an organized, well-stocked tool equipment room. You're managing this area. You're also responsible for negotiating purchases, the maintenance and replacements of small tools, large tools, PPE, shop consumables, safety consumables, things like that. What they want is somebody with experience working in electrical, plumbing, or heating and air conditioning, but in that construction environment. That's going to be huge because it's kind of in the construction industry, so you need to have that working knowledge, of the terminology and the clients you're working with. So it's important that you have that experience. The really cool part about this one is that you just need a high school diploma. Having a degree is great. If you have the education that's relevant, that's awesome. But they just want somebody with the right experience and a really good work ethic. The pay, you're looking anywhere from 55 to 75K annually. But if you're interested in that area in Minnesota, please go and put warehouse manager in the job description, in the chat. What you can also do, go to HireMilitary.us and, look for that on the website. You can apply through there. The next one I have is a project coordinator that's located in Woodinville, Washington. I think just north of Seattle. Again, pretty good football team that beat a not so good football team last night. It was a pretty good one. I'm just going to keep doing it because it's fun. But they're a global supplier or a global leader in packaging machine industry. So we're responsible for coordinating and tracking projects, ensuring accuracy of each step along the way. You interface with customers on new machines, orders, proposals. So, it's very client focused, but you're really tracking and coordinating a lot of these projects that are happening within the company. Develop quotes, preliminary and formal proposals, communicating with customers, but it is, packaging machine industry. So you have to have, at least a general understanding, of mechanical aptitude. Having that background is going to be a huge plus going into this. It gives you a much better chance standing out to the employer. For this one, a college degree is not required. They offer a lot of potential for growth. They have project managers. They have just a lot of opportunity for growth within the company where you can progress and do a lot of really great things. So again, if you're looking for any of those ones that I just talked about, you got the project coordinator, the warehouse manager, or the controller. Put it in the chat, let us know. Or the easiest thing you can do is go on the website and apply. You can read full job descriptions. And you can always reach out to us and ask any additional questions that you may have. But that's all I have. Lucy, I'll turn it back over to you.
You're a star. Thank you, Matt. I have seen, so I mentioned I did a shout out for Fargo, North Dakota, and also New York City is in the house with us today. If you're in North Dakota or New York, definitely do connect with me. Send a connection request rather than a follow, because we often get roles in those locations and we do struggle to fill them with vets. So I would love to have a conversation with you. I know in the chat, Brandy has been there giving some advice and some information, but like I said earlier, we will be dropping the URLs and the links to all of these roles after this because LinkedIn doesn't like us doing them live. Not many questions coming across, so I am going to go straight in with having a bit of a chat around the talent pool. If you are unfamiliar with this term, this is essentially a database of available and interested candidates that most companies hold, and we have one ourselves. In fact, we don't have one, we have two. We have one on the SkillBridge internship side, and we have one on the direct hire side. If you go to our website, HireMilitary.us, you can see 3 buttons on our homepage. join our talent pipeline, direct hire opportunities, and skill bridge opportunities. So for the skill bridge pipeline, you need to go into that skill bridge button, and then you will see sign up or register. And really the major benefits to you, and let's be real, to us, is by you applying and adding yourself to that, we know that you're available. We know you exist, and we also know your preferences and what you're looking for. You know, if you are thinking about undertaking a skill bridge internship with another provider, we fully support that. But we also suggest that you register with us too, just because you want to cast your net as wide as you possibly can and find the best option for you. And one of the great things about joining ours is we will regularly send you updates if there are roles that we think are suitable for you or that you might be interested in. So it means that you don't have to constantly be looking at our page, especially if you're 9 to 12 months out. We will update you through email, but also proactively, we can reach out to you. If we have a structural engineering role in Shreveport, Louisiana, and we search our database and we find you a structural engineer in Shreveport, Louisiana, we are going to connect with you and have a conversation and see if it's of interest and if the timescales match and fit you. So there definitely is value for you in doing that. We also endeavor to connect with everybody who has sat there at about 9 months prior to ETS, because we like to have a conversation with you to see if we can help you, if you're still looking for a skill bridge internship, and what we have now is probably what's available for you come your start date or your availability to perform skill bridge. On the direct hire side, it's far easier. You literally hit the Join Our Talent Pipeline button on our homepage. And essentially, you know, it's the same thing. You will receive regular updates from us on our newest vacancies. So again, you don't need to proactively be searching. We will send you everything that's new. So, you know, it might not always pertain to you, but we endeavor to, like I said earlier, cast our net as wide as we possibly can so that we're hitting you with everything that we've got. And also because you may know somebody who may be interested in the sorts of things that we have at that time. Also, we will have on that email sort of the regular events that we know are going on for veterans, military spouses, and transitioning service members. These include the USO events, specifically the Mastering LinkedIn workshop that our CEO, Mike, performs on a monthly basis, as well as career fairs and events that we're hosting as well. So it's always good to be first in the know for those. You can communicate with us in real time. And also, if you do apply to a role through us, you automatically fall into that pipeline. So we will be able to update you afterwards. One thing I did want to say is if you are having trouble registering on either of those, drop me a note here on LinkedIn because I'll definitely be able to help you. So I think that's kind of more or less it from us today. I do see a comment, I'm not sure who it's from because I can't see the name here, saying, do we provide assistance to military spouses as well? Absolutely. We support the whole of the military population, any dependent, so child or spouse, a transitioning service member, and veterans. So, you know, we absolutely can support anybody in that realm. Michael's asked, do we work around people that have school in the morning? It's a tricky one, Michael, I'll be really honest, because it's not really up to us. We work on behalf of our corporate partners in the US. So we have strategic relationships with multiple different clients. So it really works with how they like to work and on their timescales. The honest answer is, if it's a full-time role, the answer probably no, but we do have part-time positions that we regularly advertise as well. Hey, Mike, our CEO, Mike Quinn, is in the house, so just want to give him a good shout out as well and say hi to him. Amber, Matt, Audrey, have you got anything more to add today? Anything that you would like to say or any comments that you saw?
I did nothing from the comments. I think, you know, if you are going to reach out to us on LinkedIn, put in your initial message. Hey, I saw this job posting. I heard what you were talking about. I saw something on our website. This is my background. This is why I think I would be a good candidate for this position. Give us some details, you know, saying you're interested in something. Mike, thank you. I try to smile sometimes, but it's okay. I got nothing besides the Eagles or the Eagles. Anyway, reach out to us with additional information. Try to give us as much to work with here because it does help us decide who's a strong candidate. And we want to be able to help you. Usually you can just go to the website, find all the details you need. But, you know, if you want to connect with somebody, even if it's not just us, any recruiter, connect with them, say, this is the job I found. This is why I think I'm a strong candidate for this position. I'd love to be able to set up 20 to 30 minutes of your time to talk more about it. Please get back to me at your convenience. something as simple as that will go a long way.
I completely agree, Matt. Completely agree. Mike, it's amazing that you're tuning in with a bunch of Marines from Quantico. We're really thrilled to see you. Welcome, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed it today. There have been quite a few other questions that I've seen come through, so we will endeavour to answer those after this live, including the question about how military spouses connect. You can connect with us the way that everybody else does. Connect with us here on LinkedIn, send us a connection request, or you can drop a line through our website. Our email addresses are there, as well as joining our talent pipeline. It has been absolutely amazing to see everybody here today. So good to be back. And we will be here again next week, same time, 2 p.m. Eastern time on Tuesday, to talk through our newest roles next week. Have lovely weeks, everybody. See you soon. Bye-bye.